Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing Tierra de los Picos, which is a Chilean Sauvignon Blanc. 12.5% volume, and reading some bump off one of the websites, Tierra de los Picos means the land of peaks, and you can understand how it says that as well. And it's a range of wines from Chile's prestigious Val Central. This entry-level range has been developed in partnership between our Chilean partner winery and Dr. Arabella Woodrow, MW Broadland Wineries. Available at Ocado. I think I got this from Asda, if anywhere. And it's won an IWSC Silver. So it's, you know, to win any IWSC, got to be something decent, you would think, at least. So, apologies for the glass. I know it's Birra Moretti. I know it's not a wine glass. But sometimes you just have to do the do. So, looking at it, normal white wine colour, really, that light straw colour. On the nose, put the glass down, get rid of the bottle. Straight away I got a whiff of gooseberry on the nose. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. So it says here, delightful Sauvignon Blanc from Chile's Val Central, zesty and refreshing with tropical fruit flavours of gooseberry, passion fruit and hints of mouth-watering fresh lime. So, and as usual, partner it with roast chicken and all that rubbish, you know. Like most white wines, you know, it's pretty standard that you do that, you know. So, ooh, quite strong on the taste. So, I thought there was something below me then. On the nose, very much gooseberry on the nose. On the taste, really quite strong gooseberry on the taste, in fact really strong. Oh. So, but in some varieties that don't hit you enough. This will give your palate a bit of a, you know, a bit of a punch. So a bit more interesting than some of the usual ones. I'm not sure if I got it from Asda or if I got it from Home Bargains. Not sure at all. The funniest feeling, it was from Home Bargains on at £1. So that would be exceptional. If it was Asda, it was £1.75. That was their standard price. I did notice, going off on a little bit of a tangent, I was in Morrison's yesterday, and their wines, miniature wines, are on a 3 for £5 deal, which is the best I've seen at the supermarkets. So you're looking about £1.60 odd, £1.60 something a bottle. They've got a lot more wines in that range than a lot of the big supermarkets have. A lot of good known brands, like your Wolf Blasters and stuff like that, you know, something a bit more interesting to review. So that's definitely going to be on the agenda. But also on the agenda, Asda apparently at the bigger stores. So for me, being in Nottingham, I would have to go to West Bridgeford, which is our biggest store. Also, it's in the poshest area of the city, well, one of the posh areas, and that store down there, they have got a much bigger range, and so you know, that definitely going to be an interesting one. And regarding the beers, and apparently I've had a lot of new ones, so I lost where I was going for a second then. So even as you're breathing it in before you take your gulp, you can breathe. You can taste it on your tongue just as you're starting to breathe it in, and lasting quite nicely well. But it also cleanses the palate as well. It doesn't linger too long, and there's certainly no nasty aftertastes. Again, a wine aimed more, for me, this sort of wine is aimed at somebody who's been drinking white wines for a little bit. Not something that, my wife, she is your typical non-wine drinker. And yet, I tried her some homebrew Sauvignon Blanc the other day, and she actually liked it, which was gobsmacking. But if I gave her this, I knew that this would have a little bit too much complexity for her, and a little bit too strong on the gooseberry. And then the hint of passion fruit that's there, that would, you know, it would put her off. So there's them things to think about, you know. If you are yourself a good wine drinker, and if you're one of these people who can pick up anything and drink it straight away, then fair play to you. You know, you've done well. If you can jump into a bottle of red and never drank red in your life and it not taste nasty, then fair play. You know, that's good. But most people start off with rosés, then whites, and then jump onto reds. It's the natural way of progression. Or that, and that's for me, that's the way of it not tasting like vinegar like it used to years ago. But then again, years ago, every time I touched wine, I'd be ill afterwards or boffing. So that's something to think about, and you know, you don't want to be sick. Oof. It's not nice on the stomach. So yeah, quite a nice set of wine. Probably would do better chilled actually. Today in the beer room, it's a steady 24 degrees, just over 70. Yeah, 74. It's actually quite nice in here. Outside, it's rained today, and now the wind's it's sunny, but the wind's got up, and it's a little bit on the chilly side outside. Now with this beer room, it is a 16 by 10 shed. Bought it for something daft like, ooh, about 800 or 900 quid. Now about a good 10 years ago now. Had it on the other side of the garden first, and we had it solely as a gym. And what happened was, no one went in it. So it was just a waste of time. So then I changed the garden around, and being a gardener, I get bored of it in a certain way. So I put it to the far corner of the garden, got rid of what was there, put three or four concrete troughs down, and then sat it on the concrete troughs so that there's airflow. Got to have airflow, most important, otherwise things rot. And so there's good airflow underneath, and it's all been triple layer, this bubble wrap, silver bubble wrap insulation. I've done that all over, put a new roof on, then plasterboarded it, put electrics in. And I've still got some gym equipment here behind me. You can see that running thing, but no one ever goes on it anyway, you know, treadmill. And yeah, I want rid of that. And then I've got two other bits here. Once I get rid of them, then I can move the bar back a bit and have a much wider area for gaming. And but this area here, we're behind where, you know, we're on the wall where the camcorder's sitting. Maybe this week, once I've got the computer that's down there repaired, it had a water-filled radiator in it, and I came home one night, turned the computer on, it made a funny noise, went off, and there was all fluid gushing out of the computer, which isn't good. Cleaned it all up, dried it all off as best as I could, never put it back on, because I was waiting to borrow a heatsink out of another computer to try it. But I didn't want to fry the heatsink, but someone's given me a base unit, and I've just done it today, and it works. So now I can go and buy a heatsink to fit that, because it's a very powerful computer. But what I'm going to do, big monitor here, 24-inch monitor here, base unit on the wall, webcam, and then an area for the camcorder as well. And then I'll have a big screen, and I'll be able to, as I'm doing reviews, rattle off information if need be. You know, and certainly webcam, I can go live, which once I get it, which will be interesting, you know, because now they've stopped small YouTube channels from using phones to go live, which I think is a bit miserable, you know. But I suppose that's the way, you know. there's nothing you can do about it. But that's the future plans for this beer room. And you know, it makes use of a good room. And then times when I want to come down here, bang something like Avengers Endgame or Avengers Infinity War or any of them type of films, come down here, chill out down here on a day like that. I've got the heater made. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of you time, you know, me time. Back to the wine review. Yeah, loving this. It's going down a treat. Like anything, don't drink it too quickly. Enjoy it. Try and put some in your mouth. Try and suck some air in while it's in your mouth and watch them flavours go up. If you get it right, the flavours rush up. The flavours just swirled around my mouth, but it really brought out the flavours. It's quite a nice, palatable Sauvignon Blanc. I mean, yeah, they class it as entry level, so, you know, you're looking at £5-6 bottle, I'd presume. But it's nice enough for what it is, you know. And if you're on a budget with wines, not all the cheap wines are nasty tasting or not good wines. There are some absolute pearlers amongst them, you know. And I've got to say, the Echo Falls and Blossom Overlighters, yeah, they're very good. I did look at them, you know, wine drinkers, they'll look down on them like wine snobs, but, you know, it's a way of getting into wine drinking to start off. Then once you've done that, you'll venture further in and further up the price scale. You know, if you like your wines, if you don't and you just want to drink a wine, it's perfectly acceptable. And especially if you live anywhere near Calais, you can drive across to Calais and pick them up. Even better, get, you know, most of your wines here that sell for £6, you can get them for £3 and under, because we pay a lot of tax in this country, which is ridiculous. So really like that. Good looking wine, good and nice gooseberry on the nose, gooseberry passion fruit on the taste. Definitely would go well with your white wines, with your fish and chicken, you know, your white meat. Really nice, lasting flavour as well. Still taste it in my mouth now. Really nice. Out of 5. Oh, so I'm going to give it a 4.2 out of 5. Yeah, I like that. It wasn't exceptional, but it didn't need to be. It's supposed to be an entry-level wine. And see the reflection of something on my eyes. Yeah, it's supposed to be an entry-level wine, and it does it exactly what it's supposed to do. A very nice, decent white wine. Thanks for watching. See you soon.